Hello guys, so for my dinner I'm having a sandwich, my hoosters, excuse me, and a bag of crisps. Now the whole sandwich is 621 calories with the butty, which seems a lot, but the bread's a lot. I'll show you it now. 21.8 grams of fat, 30 grams of protein and 71.2 of carbs. Let's see what the fibre is. 11.1 grams of fibre. What I had this morning was 36 grams of protein. If you didn't watch, I had the green superfood. I had it in a shake, didn't I? A protein shake and my collagen. This morning that was 176 calories, 1.1 gram of fat, 36.6 of protein and 1.7 of fibre. And the carbs were, bear with me, come on Janine, 4.8, so that was really low. I will say, because I've been eating more of the, should we call them wrong foods, well certainly not the right foods are they from what I've been eating, in my opinion. I'm hungrier, so, but I'm going to have it back to front. I'm going to have a lighter tea and then a heavier dinner. So this is what's in the butty. Aldi Village Bakery honey soaked bread. 2 slices of that is 324 calories, so I'm sure I can do better. I might start making my own again like I used to. This Carlos takeaway garlic and herb coleslaw. 50 grams of that is 108 calories and 10.3 grams of fat. Again, bear in mind, I bought all this when I was trying to build myself up, you know, but I want to get back to the weight I was, which is, you know, the weight I was happy at. So there'll be no more of this. There'll be a lot of me doing my own food from scratch. Cherry tomatoes, 1. Roast top side of beef. 2 slices of that. 60 calories. 0.8 grams of fat. 13.2 grams of protein. And 0.2 of carbs. Nature Pick salad, the Indian style. You can never get enough salad, can you? I mean, that's negligible. 12 calories, obviously no fat. Bit of protein, 1.4, you know, which I put half a pack, 50 grams. Bit of spring onion. Again, there's some protein in that, but it's 130 grams. There's no way I've had 130 grams. Some jalapenos and some gherkins, because they're always my favourite, and I'll never stop having them no matter what. And then cucumber, negligible, and these. So the whole thing, yeah, 621 calories, 21.8 grams of fat, 30.4 grams of protein and 71.2 of carb, and, oh, come on Janine, 11.1 of fibre, which is quite low, isn't it? So I know I can do better, but I'm not going to throw food away. I'm going to use up what I've got, and then I'm going to start again, getting back to where I used to be. Do you know what I mean? So up to now I've had 67 grams of protein, 23 grams of fat, 13 grams of fibre, which is, it's just not enough. And I've eaten 800 calories, and the carbohydrates are 76.1. So it's not bad, but I can do better. But for my first day, back on track, I'm doing okay. I'm not going shopping until I've used what I've got in the cupboard, so that's the way it's going to be. So I'm going to tag tea onto this when I have it later, and I'm going to go and enjoy this. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, speak later guys, bye bye. So I said I was going to do everything back to front, so tea is really breakfast. My friend Kelly's just been, and it's now 7:45, so it's a bit late in the day. So I'm going to have some, I've got my scales on, just going to have like Greek yogurt. I feel a bit sick and not hungry, do you know, and you've gone like, you've had a long time in between food. That's how I feel. So 125 grams of this, peeps. No, 158, might as well go to 166. trying to go to an even number, but it's not happening. Right, 170 with what was on the spoon. So that's that. So 170, and then I'm out of Junkstables, guys. What's new there then? And then some flax seeds. 5 grams, not flax seeds, chia seeds. 173, 174. That's right, so 5 grams of them. I'm not having flax seeds because you have to grind them down apparently, which is something I've never done, but apparently you're supposed to do that. So, and then some dates. So 10, 73, 80, 15, 88, 98, 25, 35, 45, 60 grams of dates. It's not going to go on there, is it? It's a bit of a rush job this, isn't it, tonight? And then some nuts, just mixed nuts, some walnuts, 10 grams of walnuts, and Brazil nuts. Just a little mixture. And then, I feel like I'm missing something off, peeps. I'm going to have a banana with it. My porridge, that's what I'm missing off. 40 grams of porridge. And then a banana. Can't really see the bowl. I'll be better equipped tomorrow, I'm sure. But yeah, I just wanted to share it because I said I'd go back to me eating how I used to eat and follow my own lead. Do you know what I mean? Rather than eating what I don't want to eat and it's not making me feel good. And yeah, I know people say I need to put weight on, but I'm not happy, guys. I just want to be the weight that I was, which was not an unhealthy weight. I've just decided that I'm going to start listening to myself. So go back to this, what I used to do. I've lost my way a bit, I think, over the past couple of months. I'm not going to lie. I think it's time to find it again and go back to the way I used to do it, where I didn't have to weigh food or anything like that. If you remember, I just had a healthy diet, didn't I? And yeah, I have put what I did lose because I was ridiculously underweight. But now I just need to get back to eating what I normally eat. I'm rambling, I know I'm rambling, but if you've watched my videos and you know who I am, then you'll know what I'm on about. And if you don't and it's your first time here, then you can surely go back and have a little nosy posy, can't you? But sometimes in life we listen to people, don't we? And we take the advice. And when I was at my goal weight, I wasn't underweight. I was just happily at the weight I was, even though people thought I was too thin. I wasn't. So I'm getting back to that. So I'm going to eat this now. And then I'll do the calories and what I've had today at the end of it. But I'm really, really hungry at the moment because, as I say, it's 10 to 8. So I'm going to enjoy this and I'll come back in a minute with the calories. So just literally hoovered that down. I don't even think I showed you what was in the bowl. Sorry, guys. But I had... I'll go through what was on me NutriCheck. Bear with me. So I had 40 grams of Scottish porridge oats, 5 grams of chia seeds, 60 grams of dates, pardon me, a tangerine, a banana, 3 Brazil nuts, 6 walnut halves, and 180 grams, wasn't it, of Greek yoghurt. Total for all that was 766 calories. The fat 24.7, protein 29.8, and carbohydrates 21.2, and fibre 13.6. So my total for the day is calories 1,565, fat 47.7, protein 96.8, and fibre 26.5, and carbohydrates 101.2. So through active energy today I've burned 602 calories. I haven't really done a lot today, to be honest, but I did do a bit of exercise earlier on. Nothing heavy, just something light, because I feel I need to. I'll just say this, so when I first started last June, July, which is a year ago, I was 14.5 stone, and I started doing clean eating with the 80-20 rule. So, and that's what basically the start of it was for me. And then I got poorly in October, and I started vlogging, and I really focused on 80-20, 80% just clean food and 20% a bit of what I fancied, and I stuck to that. Didn't have any problem with it, was never hungry or anything like that. And then I probably got to my goal weight of 8 stone after Christmas, so lost 6.5 stone. I was happy. And then I was made up with that. Some people had said that, you know, you've lost a lot of weight, blah blah, but I felt happy. My statistics were right, my waist was right, my hips were right. We know that in April, end of April, I had my implants out because they'd leaked into my body. But statistically I was right, and at 8 stone I went from 7.13 to 8 stone 4, and that's what I fluctuated. At that time I'd stopped counting calories, because I always used NutriCheck until I got to my target, and I just ate, you know, a handful of nuts, blah blah blah, didn't count anything anymore. Anyway, fast forward, the end of April, I had my implants out, and you know, I was recovering, I was fine, staying at that weight. And then probably 4-6 weeks ago, you know me mate, you know I'm no good with dates, I got poorly, I got enteritis, which went through my body like a dose of salt. Without being too graphic, I was passing a lot of blood, I was in a lot of pain. I went to doctors, and they just said it's enteritis, it'll pass. Anyway, by the Saturday I was really poorly, and I rang 111 and they wanted to bring me in, but I've got CC and it was very hot weather and I didn't want to leave her. So she prescribed me Buscopan, which is, you can get it over the counter, and it really helped. But the diarrhea and the bleeding still went out, so I kept losing weight, and I went to 7 stone 4, which was thin for me, and 5 stone 5 foot 5 I am. So at that point they were worried that there was something sinister going on, hence why I've had all these tests and all that jazz, and my bloods are off, But they said, you know, you need to eat. So I started eating just junk, crap, anything to get that weight back on me, because I was concerned myself. However, it's spiralled out of control now. I weighed myself this morning, I'm 9 stone 1. So you say to yourself, how can you put that much weight on in a short period of time? Well, believe you me, I have. If I stand on these scales now and show you, and I've got it in me diary that I was 7'4", I can show you that I have. You know, and that's how quick it can get out of control. So last night I was thinking, what am I going to do? So I journaled it, and I thought, right, it's time now, Janine, this is not working. It doesn't matter that, you know, if I get poorly again and I lose weight, because the thing is, when you're healthy eating, it's very hard to put weight on, isn't it? And that was the concern. But I thought, no, can't go on like this. I feel awful, my body feels sluggish, do you know what I mean? And I know that my body's like, what are you putting into me? Now, other people may argue that and say, well, you could do it another way. Well, I can't, and this is me in my life. So I've gone back to what I used to do. However, I've started counting calories again and measuring stuff out, because I've lost my way a little bit. I'm sure it'll all come back. And you know what? I'm hungry. I was hungry before I had a headache. Now, I never used to get hunger pangs, because since the July in 24, I just followed this routine and I was never hungry. But it came back and it bit me on the arse when I got ill and I got very underweight. However, I'm not doing that road anymore. I'm going back to where I was, and I want to get back to my 8 stone because I feel heavy and yeah, it's not for me. So this is where I am with it. You know, I don't feel I have to get me stats up and show you that I was 7 stone 4, but I was a month ago. I was 7 stone 4, just over a month ago, because I was so poorly, and that's how quick you can lose weight when you're poorly. However, it doesn't give me carte blanche now to start eating again the unhealthy lifestyle I had that took me to 14.5 stone because I was out of control with food, addicted to sugar. So this is the start of my journey again, guys. I hope you'll come along with me. We can do it together. But as I said before, I'm doing it for me because I can't go on the way I am. You know, the amount of crap that I'm eating because I'm just not giving my body the nourishment it needs. So day 1 today, Sunday, I've done that. Tomorrow's a new day. I feel better. Journaling it, what I needed to do, you know, that I am strong and that maybe, you know, eating the way I have been eating to get my weight back on was okay, but if it ever happens again, find another way to put weight on rather than eating a load of crap and having that path in your brain go, ooh, all this junk food, Janine, we love it, because it's not for me, and it's not good for anyone. That's my opinion. I am entitled to my opinion. I don't think that, you know, having the unhealthy diet that I had when I was very overweight was good for me or good for my heart. And I just think I've been very unfortunate getting poorly, and it's bit me on the arse, hasn't it? But I'm back again and I'm going hell for leather. So, you know, if you've seen me before and you're coming back, well, welcome and thanks for coming back again. And if I'm new, then, you know, what I'll do is just document a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of the other, a bit of what I'm doing, but I'm coming back and I'm going to start my YouTube channel again. Anyway, thanks for today, guys. Thanks for listening. I did start my ironing with my steamer, but Kelly, my friend, came and we got chatting, so that'll do tomorrow. All right, as I always say, take care of yourself, look after yourself and love yourself and be kind to yourself, and don't be scared to speak your mind as long as you're nice with it. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.